Mitrom and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. Today, we are continuing our presentation on the population, human demography. That is the population explosion series. That is the part 6. Population density of planet Earth. After this presentation, you will get a very good clarity about the population densities of most of the countries and entire the planet Earth. I will give you very intuitive way to comprehend them and to remember them so that you can context in discussing the socio-political economic aspects of Homo sapiens on the planet Earth. That is part 6, population explosion, population densities on the planet Earth, very intuitive way of comprehending. Before that, Mitrom and Bandhuvam, if you are new to my education channel, South Asia Maps J. Reddy, you can go there to the YouTube channel, and I have posted more than 330 or so presentations on very diverse topics. You can look at them. This is our population series we are talking about. We are discussing today part 6, that is the population densities on the planet Earth, and previous 5 presentations I have already covered, and I'll be covering the initial stage, rest of them round about 17 or so I have prepared, and I will put in the YouTube for your comprehension very soon. Excuse me. Before that, Mitram and Bandhuvam, I had other presentation, that is the game series, that is the geographic areas made easy. You can look in the playlist geographic areas, and part 1 I presented how to comprehend the surface areas of the planet Earth, important countries. Population density, essentially you take the number of the people present in the country and divide by the square kilometers of area that country has. That means essentially you have to know the surface areas or geographic areas of the planet Earth. Without going into depth, very easy to remember, this is the planet Earth. Water means there are 365 days or so. You remember water area is 360 instead of 365. Just half it, you get something like 150. A person lives 100 years plus 50 years, a healthy person. That is the total land area on the planet Earth, among which 4 countries or units have the 10,000 square kilometers. That is the China and the United States and Canada. Europe, entire Europe, west of Ural Mountains are 40,000. So Australia little less, you can say 8, or Oceania. Australia itself is 7 million square kilometers, and you can say Africa is 3 times, almost equal to Canada, United States and China. It should be 30. Europe is 10, means Africa 3 times 30. And Soviet Union is 17, same as South America. Soviet Union, Russia, not Soviet Union. So these are the broader ideas you have to keep in mind before we dig into further. That is the population density, and I will tell you how you can very intuitively know about it. We said there are 8 billion people on the planet Earth, that is 8,000 million. You divide that 8,000 million by 150 million square kilometers, you get 55. This you have to remember. 55 people per square kilometers, entire planet Earth. How do you remember 55 means? Think about the World War II ended in 45, add little bit more. You get 55. But that doesn't give you real the significance, because much of the planet Earth, that is 150 units, million square kilometers, is the deserts like Sahara and Amazon region and much of the Australia. So if you take away all this area, instead of 150, you can make it 75, where most of the people live. Even less than 75, but it's enough to comprehend 17. So taking away deserts and all those regions, Greenland like that, you double that 55 to 110. It should be more than 110, 120, 125, but doesn't matter. So we are just getting a broad area. So theoretical arithmetic density, total number of people per square kilometers. Physiographic density is for arable land, square kilometers. Agricultural density, there are three parts of the density. We are talking about arithmetic density. The density on the paper is 55, but practical purpose you can say it is 110. You double it. So that's very important. Then what is the most other important thing? There are certain micronations on the planet Earth like Mekong, that is close to Hong Kong, Monaco, New York City. Those are around about 20,000-30,000 per square kilometers. We don't count them. They are not that important. Even Singapore has around about 8,000 people per square kilometer. That is around about 6 million people live in 720 square kilometers. Hong Kong is also the same. Instead of that 6 million, you have 7 million living in around about 1,000 square kilometers. Though that gives around about 7,000. That is not important. Even small country like Malta in the Mediterranean, south of Italy, and Maldives, south of India, in the Indian Ocean, they have 1,300 people. So you need not remember the micronations, but around about 20,000 you can remember the micronation. The important thing you have to remember is Bangladesh, the real nation that has more than 1,000 people per square kilometer. Here I put 1110, but actually, see how I calculated, there are differences here, you need not. So whether I calculated based upon 2020 or 2022, so that's why you see some discrepancy. So this you have to keep in mind. So other point is 55 we started, then you make it 110. That's why just I keep it double it. Taking away the deserts and all those Tibetan Plateau and Amazonia, Greenland and so on, interior outback of Australia. 10 times make it, that is the real country 111. So you have 55, you have a 10 and you have 111. Other important thing, if you make it 111, India is 444. Pakistan, its neighbor, is little less, 275. So, but if you make South Asia, south of Khyber Pass to Kanyakumari, that is the former British India, that is Pakistan and Bangladesh, India today, around about 455. So it doesn't change really. So you have 55 in the globe, planet Earth, 110 real one. You make it India 444. I made it easy to remember, or 455. So that really does not matter. So you got the broad idea. 55, 10, 110, 111 India, that is 444. Real big country on the planet Earth, Bangladesh, that is 5th or 6th country in the population level. That is China and India, United States, and you have like Nigeria, Pakistan, and next will be the Bangladesh. Round about, it has 170 million people or so. So that's important. You start with 1111. More than 1,000 people per square kilometer is an enormous area. It's not a small thing. Then how do we remember the rest? Very easy. Remember, there are 4 countries in the world like Canada, United States, Western Europe. They are 10 million square kilometers. So America has around about 330 million people. 10 million means it is 30. 330 or 333 million divided by 10 million. 333 million humans, 10 million area, so 33. Same like Canada has 10 million surface area, 10 units you can say. There are 40 million people or so, you can come round about 4 people. Very intuitively you can get it. Australia, round about 25 million people, we make it round about 30. It has 8 units, 8 million square kilometers, or you can say 7 to be exact. So it's not a matter. So you divide like 21 by 7, 21 by 7, you get 3, something like 3, pretty close to Canada and Australia have 4 people for square kilometers. Next, how do you remember? Remember, Europe west of Urals is 10 million. Europe has a population of 750 million. That is west of Ural Mountains. So that means almost 70% of Russia. Russia is around about 110 million people. 80 million people live west of Urals. Around about 20-25 live in the Siberian region. So we are not counting Siberian. So you take Europe 750 divided by 10, that is 75 million. Very easily get it. Suppose if you want to eliminate Russia, that is 4 million units, then you get the 6 million units. So remaining will be 6 million. I made it roughly also instead of 600. So you get 111. Why means again you can map it here 55 to 111. So Europe other than Russia is 111 million square kilometers. Australia, the Africa is around about 1500. 1300 or so. If you remember by 30 you get 45, 46 and so on. That is very important. And sorry, did I lose it? Sorry, I got it. Okay. Other important thing is, so Bangladesh we started round about 111. Here I put 1200. So other country of significance, Taiwan is half of that, 600. You can say 650. South Korea, Rwanda, and Burundi are also very densely populated, 500. That is bigger population than India. Remember, India was ruled by England. Is actually Britain, but remember England. England has the same population density like India. So again remember there are 4 countries in the United Kingdom, the England and Scotland and Northern Ireland, that is Ulster and Wales. We are eliminating those 3 and keeping only England, that is round about 50 million people or so, around about 130,000 square kilometers, comes to 444. Because India was ruled by England, it has the same population density. That is the other way to remember it. And the countries like the Netherlands and England, Haiti, they have almost the same, 425. We made it 444. Belgium and Philippines have little less. Belgium, this is the Benelux country, low country, is also densely populated, a neighbor to the Netherlands. So here I made it very clear here, the Indian subcontinent, you can remember. Big country is Bangladesh, 1111. India is 444, 4 times this adjusted number. Pakistan is less. And typically speaking, China has a 1500 million people and 10 million, so square kilometers divided gives to 150. But remember, half of the Chinese area doesn't have much population. It has only 10%. That means 1400 million people live in 50% of area. Instead of 10, you make it 5. So 1400, or even you make it 1500, same divided by 1. 1500 divided by 5 is 300. That means you double the population. That is big, more density than Pakistan. Remember neighbor Pakistan around about 270. China, the more core area, is densely populated, 300. So how do we comprehend these things? We just go back here. So here I am trying to show the England. Here you can see the England, one of the 4 countries of the United Kingdom. It has area of 130,000 square kilometers, has a population of 56. Entire United Kingdom has around about 65 or so. So that comes to 434. 444 you can say, almost same as Indian density of population. Let's put everything in proper context. You will get it. Remember, this is the planet Earth. It has a 360 water area, that is the number of days. and 150 is the surface area. Among the 150, Europe west of Ural Mountains is 10, and USA is 10, Canada is 10, and China is 10. 4 units, almost the same size. If you divide 8,000 by 150, you get 55. That is the 55 people for the entire planet Earth, because the most of the area is Amazon and Greenland and the sparsely populated Australian outbacks, Tibetan plateau, Siberia, and Sahara. You take up all these regions, you should, instead of 55, you make it 111. That's very important. 111 is important because Bangladesh, leave the micronations, is 1111. That is 10 times the population density of the planet Earth. That is, we count 111. If you take 111, that is the very, you take half of it is around about 500. Taiwan has a 500 people per square kilometer. South Korea, Taiwan. You draw a line here. Taiwan, South Korea, around Bangladesh. Somewhere here in the Lake Victoria, there is a Rwanda and Burundi, small countries but very densely populated, round about 500 people. That is more than India. India always count 444. That is once ruled by England, that is 444. And remember, the country like Netherlands, also Netherlands, India and Haiti have the same, round about 444. Belgium is little close to 400. And the rest is very easy because entire Europe is 650 million people, 750 million people, 10 units is 75. And if you take away the Russian part, it's much more dense. That is 111. Again, 55 to 111, we correlated. And again, easy to remember, 330 million people, USA is 10 units, around 33. Same, 40 million people, 10 units is 4. And Brazil, around about, let's say it has 220 million people or so, 8. Brazil is 8, half of the South America. Remember, little bigger than Australia, Brazil. So 200 by 8, you remember around 35 or something like that, you get population density. So we got a very intuitive way of remembering the population densities of the planet Earth whenever you are looking any socio-political, economic events. You can guess approximately what should be the population density. Is 55 or 110, the Indian average of 444. No country on the planet Earth has 1111 people per square kilometers except Bangladesh. Sans micronations like Mekong and all those, Monaco, we are not counting them, like New York City, the urban centers, Tokyo, and so on. So hope this will give you very intuitive way of comprehending the population densities on the planet Earth. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. We will see you in other presentations, Mitrom and Bandhuvam. And if you take few minutes and post your comments on our YouTube channel, South Asia Maps, that will be greatly appreciated. See you later in other presentation.